Welcome back to Cut the Cuck, the show where we talk about the sport we absolutely love and know very little about. That's Chad over there in the 2011 jersey, and my name is Byron. And Chad, let's cut the cuck.
Let's do it. I don't know, and I say this every single start of the pod.
I don't even know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, let's go. The obvious, I reckon.
Start with the Six Nations.
Start with the Six Nations.
What a great Six Nations. From start to finish. We did a little prediction before the show, before the Six Nations started, where we went through every game and how we thought it was going to end up. We were wrong in pretty much every single way, except we did say France wins. So we got that right from the beginning, but how we got there was completely wrong. We thought it was going to be a France-England final showdown for first place. That wasn't the case. England was sitting down at the bottom there with Wales.
And I don't think it was just us that got it wrong. I feel like it was everybody.
Yeah, because how do you make some of those predictions? Some of those games, you just...
The way Italy performed in the whole tournament was... No one saw that coming.
I didn't want to have this to be my first point, but you just mentioned Italy. So do you want to start with the Italy-Wales game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we talking about just this round or the whole tournament?
Both, I guess. If we're talking the whole tournament, Italy and Scotland for me were the best performers. Obviously, France won the competition. They deserved it. We saw that from the very first game against Ireland. But the Wales performance, the Italy performance from start to finish was fantastic. Their first win against England. That last game against Wales, the 31-17. I got a bit of a bone to pick with the referee.
Of course you do. You wouldn't be South African if you didn't.
Well, the thing, I don't know if you noticed this, in the game, there were a lot of Welsh turnovers and a lot of penalties against Italy at the breakdown. And I don't know if this is just the referee's style of play, because I didn't see it the opposite way. I only saw it in Wales' favor. But usually the guy making the steal, there was no daylight shown. So he was the tackler, and then you're supposed to show daylight and then go in. And the other one, there was more than one that was clear and obvious, where the defender had his hands on the ground first and then scraped back to grab the ball. And the Italian captain was trying to tell the referee this, and the referee he was like, I didn't see it that way, we're playing on. And I was like, okay, but now look for it the next time. And then like the very next breakdown that happened again, and the Italian captain went up to the referee and he's like, it just happened again. He's like, I don't see it that way. And I'm just like, it was so hard for Italy to play rugby, because at every breakdown, well, not every breakdown, I'm obviously being euphemistic, but there were so many breakdowns where it should have been Italy penalty that they landed up giving the penalty to Wales, and it was impossible for Italy to get anything going because the ref was misseeing those rucks.
Yeah.
I thought they would have spoken to him at halftime, like that's how bad it was. And they kind of did, but he only really had one arm when it came to the rucks, and I think it really ruined the game.
Yeah, it is. I did notice how when you have a different referee, how the game can play out. I've never really seen it or noticed it or appreciated it, but I can definitely tell the difference between a Southern Hemisphere referee, like an Angus Gardner, who doesn't call anything until the TMO comes in and leads the game. But I mean, in saying that, the games do flow, and there's a lot more like freedom in those games. Until he's got a try, gets called back because he missed a knock on. That was obvious. But and then you go watch the French referee.
Yeah, he's very much to the rules. You break a rule, he's blowing the whistle. There's no if, buts, or maybe about it.
Yeah. Which I can appreciate too. So
I was going to say, the thing that I care about the most, though, is, obviously refs have different ways of viewing the game, which is okay. But I think it just needs to be consistent. So if you're going to not call a player not supporting his weight and then stealing the ball and you're calling that a fair steal. It's not, but if that's the way you're going to ref the breakdown, then you have to ref the breakdown the same way for both sides.
I have a fix for it.
I'm all ears.
Get Holly, clone her, and just get her to play ref every game.
Also, we need Holly to ref the game and be the TMO. She needs to do both jobs if that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give her an iPad. She can put on her back. She can
just whip it out and. Yeah, I don't know that.
It's only if she's unsure because she's
pretty much sure anyway,
right.
and she's always right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that ref really ruined that game for me because I don't think Wales were the better side. I think Wales might have played their best game, the Six Nations, but I just
that
think
was their best game in 3 years.
Yeah, and I still don't think that they were better than Italy. I just think that the ref handcuffed them. Basically, it was almost as if there was like a directive to let Wales win that game at any cost. But that's my opinion. That doesn't, it is.
Doesn't mean it much.
No. And then you got it wrong again. Ireland, Scotland.
Yeah.
You were so sure over and over again. Every time we spoke about it, you were like, Byron?
I still, in that World Cup game, the World Cup game, Scotland are going to win that game.
Okay.
Beat the Ireland, yeah. They're going to beat the Ireland.
Beat the Ireland, he says.
Scotland will be put 20 points on them in the World Cup game.
Well, they put 20 points on them on Saturday, except Ireland put 43 points on them as well. That was a bit of a problem.
Math, yeah.
What do you think was the difference in that game? Why do you think Ireland were just so much better than Scotland? What do you think it was?
I think they didn't want. I just think they wanted it more, to be honest.
And as we called it, the home team, this whole tournament.
Yeah. Besides Wales, yeah.
Well, Wales got it in the final week, but all the other weeks, yes, I agree with you. Except for that Ireland win in England, and barring all the Wales games, the home teams won every round.
Yep. Who is who are you most impressed with in the Six Nations from what am I trying to say here?
I think I know what you're trying to say.
Like who made the most progress?
Made the most progress from the start of the competition to the end of the competition, or just as a team in general?
Let's go in the competition.
Wales, because they lost 4 games and then won the last one. So that you would consider most improved.
Shame. I wonder what happens with them next. But anyway, yeah, we'll
who knows? Like I said, I still don't think they should have won that game. I think the referee made it impossible for Italy to win that game.
Yeah.
I think the Italian team as a whole is a lot more frightening than they used to be. And I think we saw flashes of brilliance from Scotland.
Yeah.
Ireland pulled themselves together after that loss to France. Pretty impressively. And then France, they had the hiccup against Scotland. But if you watch the last 20, 30 minutes of that Scotland-France game, France dominated Scotland. So I think we spoke about it last week. France messed up at the beginning of that game. None of their kicks were working out for them. And I think they just fell too far behind before it clicked. But I still think from start to finish, France was the best side of the competition.
You didn't say a single thing about England.
Well, that's because Beery is better than... anyway, England. Fuck, what is there to say? Let's put something together for them.
That was rough. One win. They've got the same amount of wins as Wales.
Look, I think England still have the quality and the class. The problem that I'm seeing from my non-professional eye is I think that once a team knows how to play against England, so that's using their tall wingers and their tall fullback with the high ball, once a team counters that or defends that well, they don't have another plan. they don't have a different strategy. Um, and I think that now they've got some time before they play the Springboks. I think that they've got enough time to fix it, and I think that that game against the Springboks is going to be a banger because they have to bring something new. They were shown now in the Six Nations that once someone knows what they're doing, it's very easy to stop them. I think they showed a lot more creativity in the France game, final game of the Six Nations. But yeah, I think they just need to work on that mental side as well.
I think it's more the mental side. That whole one one dimension rugby that you talk about, that is very much the Springboks. You know what you're going to get. You just have to stop it. We're
Yeah, but
just
we
so
also
good at it.
adapt on the fly because Rusty is not afraid to make 20-minute substitutions when things aren't going our way.
Yeah.
Where I
But
felt like the England side was just like, well, it's got to work, right? And then they'll do it again, and then it didn't work, and they're like, well, maybe the next time it will work, and then they'll do it again, and then they're like, you know what we should
yeah,
do? We should try it one more time.
yeah. Seventh time's the charm.
Don't worry, this 40-second up and under will be the one that we catch. Yeah, no, it's no, I think the Box have enough creativity and the ability to adapt on the fly. And I think England will learn from this competition, and I think they'll be more creative and more adaptable come the next round of games.
They kind of have to learn from it. They can't.
Well, yeah, they've lost five in a row, so
Yeah,
they
which
went
is
on what
crazy. And you know,
11,
I haven't
11?
seen that many because before this competition, there was English fans all over the place.
I
It
know it was
was,
hard to be anywhere, and that's
and now they're gone.
well, you know what? This I didn't know before we started the podcast, right? I would always hear people complaining about Springbok fans being obnoxious and why and blah blah blah. And I was like, not looking this again, this is before the pod. I was just looking at myself and I was like, we're not that bad. I don't understand why everyone's got a problem with us. There's obviously people that are way worse than us. And now that we've started the pod and I've been reading comments and looking at other shows and other people's narratives and stuff, I understand why some people complain about Springbok fans. Let's just put it that
I don't know
way.
what you're talking about.
But the English fans were unbearable before the start of the Six Nations. They were,
Yeah, no.
and they got humbled very quick.
Yeah, very humbled very quickly.
5 games in a row is ridiculous. It's a Welsh run.
It is crazy. And that it is Welsh rugby. Actually, I had a question with that France England game. The penalty at the end, high tackle. How did you see that one?
Um, it's tough when the ref makes the call on the 80th minute, but you also have to give respect to the referee. So I think it does suck when a ref gives a call on I wouldn't say 50-50, but like a difficult call at that point, given what the score is. But at the same time, you have to respect the referee in that moment because it's not the ref's job to look at the clock and look at the score and then consider the rule. If there was a high tackle, which there was, the ref gives the high tackle, regardless of the score, regardless of the time on the clock. So some people will go, oh, how can you make a last minute decision like that? And you go, well, if it's the 20th minute and he makes that call, does anyone get upset? And if you say no, then fuck you. The rules are the rules. Then he's supposed to do it at the 80th minute as well. So yeah, I think that's fair. I think it was a high tackle. And that's it. That's the rules of the game, regardless of the time on the clock or the score.
I agree with you. I just think that there was a whole bunch of those throughout the game that didn't get called.
Yeah, which is the complaint that you and I have from fucking the dawn of time, which is
Yeah.
just be consistent. That's all it is.
Yeah.
If even if it's the wrong call from the first whatever, then just make sure you always get that call wrong for the rest of the game. That's that simple. But I do
Just
think
commit to being wrong.
England did dirty for the France try that was on the 60th minute. I don't know if you recall how it happened, but I think the ref got He didn't get it wrong, but I think he did shaft England pretty aggressively. So what had happened was there was a knock on from the French player, and the ref called deliberate knock on, penalty advantage to England. So England were playing the ball, and then the ref said penalty advantage, so they kicked possession away. But
Oh yes.
seconds, I'm talking like
Seconds.
but while the ball was in mid-air from scrum half to fly half, the referee got the call from the bunker, well, from the TMO, and it wasn't a deliberate knock on, it was a regular knock on. So it's not penalty advantage, it's knock on advantage. So once the kick is made, knock on advantage would go away, and penalty advantage, they would have got the ball back for the penalty. So, like, while the ball was being passed, referee called not penalty advantage, knock on advantage. Then he kicks it, they lose advantage. France get the ball, come back and score a try.
Yeah. I've got it up here. Yeah.
If you obviously, if you've got the sound on and you're listening to the referee talk to the TMO, man, I thought that was harsh on England, because obviously he only did the chip kick because they had penalty advantage. If he knew they had knock on advantage, he wouldn't have tried that kick.
Yeah.
So that one I thought was a little harsh for England, but also, what do I care?
Exactly.
So yeah, Six Nations as a whole, I thought it was one of the best ones I've watched. And this is one of your
100%.
first, so it's super exciting for you as well.
No, not one of my, like one of the first I've been invested in.
Yes,
I've watched heaps of it before, but never been
involved.
like I've never woken up to watch the Six Nations games.
Fair enough.
But I did for this one.
At least I won. We did the random draw. You came fifth, I came first.
I didn't want. I wanted nothing to do with England.
Well,
Yeah.
from the start, you were kind of on the back foot, I guess. You had that win in week one. Did you win in week one?
That was it.
Yeah, you beat Wales, and then
Crickets after that.
yeah. I mean, look, they did put up a great. The game against France was great. I mean, 48-46 for a final score. I mean,
Yeah, wild. And
also,
you don't see that. That's probably one of the best games of rugby, like most exciting games of rugby, of just back and forth and constant and being close and then winning by 2 points is just.
and a last minute penalty,
like
2
82nd
points.
minute. Yeah.
Imagine, I was thinking about it, how epic and amazing it must have been to be a French supporter in that stadium for that game.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have showed up to work on. I would have taken like the week off just to recover. I know it was Saturday night, but I wouldn't have been ready Monday morning to go to work.
Yeah. That's what I kind of felt like when I went to Wellington and we beat the All Blacks.
That adrenaline dump is ridiculous. Like, and you're just a fan. Imagine being a player.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But we've got 100 odd days, and then it's Boxer back, baby.
Is that when we play England?
We play the Barbarians first.
Yeah, we've gone through the warm up games.
Yeah.
But when is the first game of the Nations Championship?
The 5th of July. Well, my 5th of July. I think it's your 4th.
Isn't that American Independence Day? Let's go. Yeah, 4th of July. At Ellis Park. Let's go.
It's going to be tough for them. You reckon do you think England's going to be able to break their curse of 5 in a row?
Well, I think they're going to show up and give their absolute best, because that's what everyone does when they play South Africa. We'll have to see what kind of form we're in as well. I mean, the way we ended the autumn tour, I don't know if we can pick up at that level again, because we were on a different level come the end of that tour. We were unstoppable. You could have put any team. You could have put 2 teams on the same field against us, because we didn't play with 15 men.
We just spoke about arrogant Springbok supporters.
But let me finish, arsehole.
Yeah.
I don't know what sort of form we'll be in come the start of the Nation Championship. So we were at what I would say some of the best rugby I've ever seen the Springboks play. at that time. But I don't. You can't just like turn it off and turn it on. So we'll see what happens there. You're
I'm
right,
excited though.
asshole.
110 days to be exact.
4th of July. That's
We get our first dabble, first taste
against the Barbars.
against the Barbarians on the 21st of June. That'll be against Razor. That'll be fun and exciting.
Just wanted to check one last thing. Yeah, Wales get the wooden spoon by 2 points. Again, Italy, they should have gotten more out of that. I still think they got shafted. All right, that's the Six Nations then. Chad, anything else on it before we move on? Great
No,
competition. Loved every game. Every game was worth watching, even the Welsh ones.
Yeah.
Um,
Italy's got a new fan.
yeah, 100%. 100%.
They were incredible. I'm excited.
I just hope they can keep it going. I'd love for them to get more positive results come. It's just, the Nations Championship is so hard because, okay, we know the six sides from the Northern Hemisphere. The six sides from the Southern Hemisphere, you could obviously Japan would be the weakest of the six, even though they're in the Northern Hemisphere, but they're considered the Southern Hemisphere for the competition. Japan would be the weakest of the six. I think Fiji, as good as they are playing, are definitely fifth if we had to play a tournament with those six in the Southern Hemisphere. But it's going to be very interesting to see the level that Argentina, Australia show up at, because we know that even if things aren't going good, the Springboks and New Zealand are always a tough game. So it's curious to see where those other four show up.
I think if we go off of how the Australian teams are playing in Super Rugby, I reckon they'll be a lot stronger than they were last year.
Look at the Rugby Championship from last season. They beat the Springboks opening day. We expected miracles from them. They beat Argentina, and then both games they played against New Zealand, they weren't in them. So, you've always got to take Australia with a pinch of salt at the moment. You just don't know.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying, if you looked at the Super Rugby that they played last year, it was.
We spoke about
dire need of.
We spoke about it like for Super Rugby, the Aussie teams and then the Samoan and the Fijian sides. They don't compete against the New Zealand teams, going off the results from 2025 Super Rugby Pacifica. But then going into this season, I've been wrong over and over and over again, because the Aussie sides are showing up, and then Fiji at home also shows up. But the New Zealand sides, I'm not saying they're playing bad. I just think the Aussie sides have been playing well.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That hopefully they can put something together. They're also been a weird spot where they've got a coach that they know is not going to be their coach for much longer, and the Reds coach is going in.
I didn't even know that.
Kind of weird. Yeah. Old mate, what's the Aussie coach's name? See his face. Yeah. He's not there for much longer.
Joe Smith.
He's heading out. And the Reds coach is going in.
Difficulties balancing life and home life in New Zealand. That's why he's leaving.
Yeah, well, he wasn't supposed to be there because he had said he was gone, Joe Smith.
Yeah, that's why I said Joe Smith already.
Yeah, well, I don't listen to you. You talk so much cuck.
I wouldn't listen to me either.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be there. No, he was supposed to leave ages ago, and they convinced him to stay for a little bit longer. But he's calling it quits.
So Les Kiss takes over at the end of the Super Rugby season?
I think so.
All right.
I don't even no. I actually think it's before that. I don't know. We'll have to check. I don't.
It says he's got a 2-year deal starting mid-2026.
Yeah, it'll be after Super Rugby.
So when the Super Rugby season ends. That's crazy.
So close to World Cups. I'm pretty sure they're working really close together, because it's not like Schmidt's getting sacked and doesn't.
Exactly. Yeah, there'll be like a proper transition, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably already started going on about what they want to do, where they want to go,
who needs to play, who doesn't need to play, who need to keep an eye on, all those sort of things.
Yeah, because when everyone forgets that when a coach, like a head coach, comes in, the assistant coach and stuff also all change
Mm-hmm.
because it's the head coach that needs his boys to be in there. So it's tough. That's even what's happening with the All Blacks. All the head coaches that got fired when Razor came in are now on their way out. There's gonna be new ones coming in.
I
I
just
think
think
we
it's
spoke
such
about
an
it last week.
interesting strategy. Well, I guess Australia's in it for a different reason. New Zealand's also having different reasons for it. But to change coaches a year away, or a year and a half away,
Wild. Yeah. They're just trying to do what South Africa did in 2019.
and then go ahead and what's 2019, and then go win two in a row.
Yeah.
Well, not
It'll
everyone's
be
Rusty
tough
though.
because
He's a
yeah,
mad scientist. You can have your opinions on him, but he's a mad scientist. Nothing matters more than rugby, as far as I see it, when that man comes to the game.
yeah, rugby and
I think his brain must be a nightmare.
yeah, like fantastic. I would love like if there was a competition and Springboks, please make this a thing. I'll enter whatever I have to do just to spend like a weekend with the management team.
Because it's definitely never going to happen because you're a spy for New Zealand rugby.
There's no chance. I've got strong allegiance to
All they got to
Rossi
all
and
they got to do is see where you live, and they go, "Oh, well, no one's going to trust this." So,
and still enter.
and
How
then
sick would that be, though? Can you imagine? You get to go and spend a long weekend on Dan's farm with.
no, I want to do it. I want to do it around like the Barbarians game. I want to be, I
Oh,
want to be sitting in the back of the coach's box. I want to be there for warm up. I want to be there for captain's run that week. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, and then for the
There we go.
Barbarians, because it's not, it's like it's not an international game, like an official international test match. Um, I think that would be fantastic, but never going to happen. Let's be real.
Well, no. Well, you never know. Worst that could happen is they say no. Best they could do is say,
Fuck no.
Byron Chad, come on, come along and see what it's like.
Please piss off and never see us again.
Stop talking about us.
Jesus, yokes, don't shut up. Well, I guess that transitions us quite nicely into Super Rugby. If you want to go
Mhm.
there. So we had all of our predictions correct. Then I'd like to call out the game where you said I was an idiot and I was right, and that
Yeah.
was Reds beating Waratahs. All the home teams won again. It's exactly like the Six Nations.
Oh, what? Ah, true. I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
So Canes beat the Force. To be fair, I talk shit about the Force. I give them a lot of shit. They
Yeah.
played brilliantly.
I was shocked that first half because what was it at half time? It was such a low score at half time.
I can't
Uh,
recall. You can check it up. But I always say
5-8.
Force can't finish a cheeseburger. They still didn't win, but definitely gave the Canes a bit of a scare.
Yeah, it was Code Brown for
That
for
whole
them for a
first
bit.
half, yeah.
And Barrett is missing conversions.
That
I
was
think both Barretts had a terrible week off the boot, even for the Blues.
yep.
Bodie. I had him in my Super Rugby team. At one point, he was -2.
He was your captain as
I
well,
was
wasn't
like,
he?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was rough.
Um, Good game though. Drua Brumbies.
Yeah. Did you see that game? Before the game, it was so hot there that they almost postponed the game.
And then did you see the storm during the game?
Yeah. At halftime, it was like torrential downpour and
So I had
hectic.
something written down here, and even the commentators were talking about it. The most dangerous combo in Super Rugby Pacific is Fijian Drua at home when it's raining.
Yeah.
The commentator said there's no better combo in Pacific in rugby, Super Rugby Pacific. And I was watching them and I noticed one thing as well. And I think not only Drua rugby, but I think it's Fiji rugby as a whole. They do a lot of one-off crash balls, where it's scrum half to the forward pack, and they crash ball over and over and over again. But then out of nowhere, you can be anywhere on the field, and Fiji or Drua can score,
Yeah.
because they'll go from doing, hooker crash ball, lock crash ball, prop crash ball, prop crash ball. Then all of a sudden, there's 13 offloads, two chip kicks, behind the back pass, a basketball pass, seven side steps, another chip kick, and there hasn't even been a ruck.
Yeah. And the ball's being, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they've gone from their own 22 and they're scoring a try, and there's no rucks in between. It's amazing. I love watching it.
I think that's what also makes it a bit tricky to play with against, because you don't actually know what's coming.
Because it's crash ball, and you're like, oh, okay, we just got to defend, the 2 and 3 channel. And then all of a sudden, there's chaos. And you've got a flanker running down the wing, popping the ball to a wing, and then the wing's popping it to a prop who's doing a behind the back pass, and then someone does a chip kick, and then because it's wet, it doesn't bounce, and then they collect it, and it's just, I don't know. I love watching it. It's
Yeah,
so
I
exciting.
did notice that when it was pissing out of the rain, the ball would go and just go donk,
Yeah,
like almost flogged.
great. And that was, I don't know where they played in Fiji, but it was the first time playing at that stadium they were talking about, something with a B. Um,
Yeah, I don't know the name of it, but yeah, it was
and that
pretty
was
crazy.
they
Pretty
played
cool.
at Governed Park, which is in, I can't remember the name of the area, but anyway, Bar. That's where they played. Bar. I loved watching it. It was great fun, and to do that against Brumbies, to score
I know.
42 points.
I was expecting the Brumbies to really make that game a lot closer. I wasn't expecting to be 42 points
Yeah,
between both teams
yeah.
during that game.
And then what else we had that weekend? Crusaders beat the Highlanders, so a rematch from week one. I texted you
Great game,
about
that one.
this, and it pisses me off because it wasn't only against the Highlanders. I've seen this against the Crusaders over and over and over again. I don't know how they
I know
can
exactly what you're going to say.
be defending on their 5 meter line 17 times in a game and not concede a try. And then within the next 3 minutes, they're in the opposition's 22.
Yes, because they've defend. They've got man, Ethan Blackadder had such a great game. I really hope that he can be injury free until the All Blacks play us.
Well,
I really want to see him against
I
the
mean,
Springboks.
we don't want to see him against them, but we don't want him to be injured. Uh,
No, I want him. I want to see what he can do against the Box. I think it'll be fun. There's so many matchups that I'm keen for this year. I want to see um, from the Highlanders Tautau Nawai, the inside centre, against really any of them, but Esterhuizen. I'm really keen to see
yeah,
those
Lende.
battle. Oof, yeah, both of them. The wings, yeah, the younger wings. I don't know who will get picked. I will have to kind of see, but um, Reese versus Colby, or even Kirtley will be fun. And then obviously Will Jordan versus Sasha
Will
will be
Jordan is
a
so
fun one.
good. It's not fair. He shouldn't be allowed to be as good as he is.
And I wonder if Cody Taylor, your boy, will get picked. Can you watch him?
Do you know what made me smile in that game? And
You got
when he didn't even do anything wrong for me, like throughout the whole game. I don't think he was as much of an arsehole as he usually is. But when he got the yellow card, for no reason, I was happy. I was like, I've, I've got no skin in the game. Um, he hasn't really done anything wrong to anybody. But when he got the yellow card, I was like, yes.
I hope one day you can actually come here to New Zealand and
I'd,
we can go watch a Crusaders game.
I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can go in the field and stuff after the game too, and you can go say how's it. I'll be like,
Hi, so it's me.
Yeah,
Please don't hurt me.
yeah. But yeah, no, I'm keen for a whole bunch of the matchups for both
I was
sides
trying to
for
bring
us.
something up, but
Yeah,
anyway.
Ethan Blackadder. Who's your number one flank? Or it'll be seven because they switched them around here. Number seven for the Springboks.
Oh, that's a wild question. Peter Steph.
Peter Steph. Yeah, Peter Steph versus Ethan Blackadder will be unreal because they're both just absolute engines that just go 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 all the time.
I mean, how do you not go Peter Steph? I know he hasn't really been getting much game time for his club, but
Well, he's injured. He just had shoulder surgery.
yeah, but even before that, he was 500 days before without a game for his club.
Yeah, yeah, but then he came back and absolutely ripped it up,
Yeah.
like he'd never left.
Um, I was, I'm distracted. I'm trying to bring something up, but I can't do it. I don't know why my computer's being this way.
I'll just keep talking then.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Another one I'm keen for is I don't know who the number nines for the All Blacks are going to be. Either Cortez Ratama or Noah Hotham, I reckon. Or Finley Christie. No, probably not.
But Finley Christie hasn't
Noah
been
Hotham.
playing much.
He's what the Blues don't know.
Yeah, but I believe he's injured. Anyways,
Noah Hotham or yeah, I'd like to see Noah Hotham play against Grant Williams because they're both.
do you think Grant
quick,
Williams is going to
fast.
be our top nine?
Not our top one, but I'm keen to see that matchup between the two of them because they're both young. I don't even think Noah Hotham will be the All Blacks
Nine.
top nine, but I reckon that little battle will be fun.
Um, then the final two games of the week, Reds beat the Waratahs like I said they would,
Yep, you
and
called it.
and then
You're so chuffed with that
so
call.
happy with that one because even when the game started, I saw a bunch of people going, "I really don't know who's going to win this one," and I was like, "Well, it's the Reds. Close game, but it will be the Reds."
Yeah,
And then Blues dominated Moana. Moana are not having a good season.
no,
They unfortunately losing ID was huge for them.
yeah, it is tough. Eh? It shows you how important he is and how much impact he actually has because they weren't great without him. He came in and last season they did
Fantastic.
yeah, well, much better than
In
they
comparison. Yeah.
yeah. Um, and now they're in struggle town again.
Yeah, they beat Drua in the first week, but I think that was a bit of a fluke, and then since then it's just been downhill.
Yeah.
Then next week end in Super Rugby. Since I called it last week, do you want to give your predictions for the games?
Sure, all the home teams.
Okay, fair enough. So you think Pacifica will beat Crusaders? I like it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Okay, so here we go.
Where they're playing that one?
We got Friday.
They're playing in Auckland.
Wait, let's go in order before you get excited.
Yeah, I'll go in order.
Okay, so Highlanders
Okay, here we go.
play the Canes.
God damn, that's gonna be good. I think the Canes win that one.
It would be crazy, but and then there goes your theory. First game out the window.
And the second one, because I reckon the Chiefs are beating the Brumbies.
I think I agree with you too. I agree with you on both accounts.
And then I reckon the Reds are beating the. Oh, I think the drill will. Where's the swimming played?
It's in Fiji.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Drew is winning that one.
Okay. Then we have
Crusaders are beating Moana.
okay. Last
And
game.
then Blues versus Waratahs in New South Wales, in Sydney. Hui! Let's have a look here. I don't see them beating the Blues. I don't know. I'm undecided with that one.
I'm going Blues. So we got an away win, an away win, a home win, an away win, an away win.
Yeah.
So your theory is completely bottled.
Completely
All right.
wrong.
All
Yeah.
right, let's see what happens.
So I'll run through it quickly again so we can make a clip of it. So this week's predictions by yours truly: Hurricanes, Chiefs, Crusaders, Blues.
Okay.
Easy.
I agree with you, which is weird.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I think the biggest upset I'd want from this weekend coming would be Pacifica.
It's not going to happen.
Crusaders.
They're not. It's not going to happen. But Jesus. I don't know why you have such a like a. I don't even know what it is.
You
Unwarranted hate.
there is an entire history of reasons why we hate, well, at least why I hate the Crusaders in Super Rugby. And that's because no matter which South African side we fucking sent there, they beat us.
Yeah, but they did that with every side, not just the South African sides. Any side they sent there.
That's why I hate them, okay?
Yeah.
um, then, you know what we didn't talk about last week that happened? Well, yeah, from last episode, we didn't talk about the three URC catch up games.
Yep. Okay.
Um, so there was.
I must be honest. I haven't watched the URC.
That's fine. I'll give a quick recap.
I watched the Stormers game.
Perfect.
And I watched Andre Pollard get tackled in the balls.
If you want to bring up that clip just to put in here, just so we can share that pain with the viewers.
I'll put a picture.
Oh,
actually, let me find it.
So yeah, I'll talk about the games quickly while you're looking it up. So Friday night, my times would have been Saturday morning for you. Ulster absolutely crushed Edinburgh, 14-19. This is a catch-up game from week 2 because of the ice storms that happened. And then Connacht beat Scarlets 31-14. And then there was a catch-up game from week 8 where the Bulls hosted the Stormers, and the Stormers beat them 32-19. While you're looking that up, that did kind of shake up the table a little bit because now we've got finally everyone's played 12 games. So everyone's caught up. There's no more games in hand. Glasgow Warriors are on top with 45. Stormers, Ulster, and Leinster, which is second, third, and fourth, are all even on points, on 41 points, but are separated by points difference. So you got Stormers in second, Ulster in third, Leinster in fourth. Then Cardiff fifth with 40 points, Munster sixth with 39 points, and then a bit of a drop off. You got the Lions on 33, Bulls on 30, Connacht on 30, Ospreys on 29. So there's a big race for the final 8 between 7th and 8th, and then a massive place for home semi-finals and quarterfinals between Stormers, Ulster, and Leinster, and Cardiff. So
yeah,
the URC is so close at the moment. Do you want to do?
It is exciting.
Yeah.
We are so spoiled for rugby at the moment.
To have
just
this,
the amount of
to have Super Rugby on and the URC on, and then obviously we just had 5 games, but 6 weeks of 6 nations, which was amazing. Super spoiled.
Yeah, no, it's
Yep.
It is tough. It's tough to watch all of it. It's such a first world problem to have, but you literally have to stay away.
So much rugby.
I know. I can't fit enough beers, and yeah, I've got to choose between family and
rugby.
And unfortunately,
rugby wins.
So my missus feels sometimes, I reckon.
Let's go quickly. South Africa, I won't go over all the games, but there's the South African fixtures. Bulls host Cardiff on Friday for me.
Bulls win, yep.
Do you want to call them all, or just the South African games?
Okay, yeah. While I'm looking for this, because I still can't find it, you read them out. I'll call them.
Okay. Bulls host Cardiff.
Bulls.
That would be huge for the log. If Bulls can beat Cardiff,
Bulls will beat Cardiff.
All right, Ulster Connacht.
Where is it?
It's in Pretoria. It's at Loftus.
Yeah, Bulls.
Okay. Ulster host Connacht.
Ulster's been doing really good.
No, Ulster's third on the log.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
And we'll have what's his name score 2 tries.
Werner Kok.
Vernon.
Then we have a bottom of the table clash where Scarlets host Zebre.
Does it matter? Scarlet.
To be fair, it doesn't.
It really doesn't.
Then, I mean, obviously, I got my own reasons for this, but I think it's a big game for the season. Lions will host Edinburgh.
Edinburgh win.
God, I hope not. Edinburgh are 12th on the log. I'd really hope the Lions could win that one at home. Okay. Then we have Benetton Ospreys.
Benetton.
I hope so too, because that would take some pressure
Yeah.
off the Lions and the Bulls if Ospreys don't win that. Sharks host Munster.
The Sharks are like, how many have they? They've won 4.
Munster have
Is it
won
4?
8. I'd
Have they
love a
announced the
Sharks
teams
win
yet?
if that helps you in any way, shape, or form.
They haven't announced teams. Okay, so Sharks are losing that one.
All right. Okay, so let's recap. We got
Actually, no, Sharks are winning that one. They're coming back. They're winning.
okay, so all the home teams are winning so far. Then I think the best game of the weekend is Glasgow Leinster.
That will be a good
It's
one.
in Scotland.
Oh, that is going to be a cracker game. I wonder if all the internationals will be back.
I think
Not all
so.
of them, but
I
most
think
of them.
so.
You reckon all of them?
Yeah.
How's Munster been? Where's Munster game?
You mean Leinster?
Leinster.
Leinster's fourth, Glasgow's first. Only separated by 4 points though.
I'll go with the home team. That's the only thing that's got me.
Yeah, it's a bit of a revenge for the past weekend. I think it's going to be an absolute cracker of a game.
What time is that one on for me?
6:30 Sunday morning for you.
6:30. Yeah, good.
Yeah, you can be awake for that one. And then
Yeah.
you'll miss the final game of the week, Stormers Dragons, because that'll be Monday 2 a.m. for you. I don't think you'll be up to watch that.
Stormers in that one. So all home.
All home teams called by Chad himself. You've heard it here first, kids. Then the Blitzboks are the regular season sevens champions. And
The best. By 2 points.
well, I mean, unless
No.
sports is written by somebody else and they just act it out on the field, how much better can you get that the two teams enter the final week even on points, and they're
Yeah.
also the same two teams that meet in the final?
Yeah.
The whole
Incredible.
season was determined in that one last game.
Well, maybe that's how this new format was designed.
I mean, what I
Maybe
find
it's
crazy
designed.
is when Fiji lost their opening game to Argentina, I was like, okay, all they need to do is not make it out of the group stages, and South Africa makes it out of the group stages, and we win.
We win.
And then we landed up losing to Australia, I believe it was.
Australia.
Yeah. And I thought, fuck. Because then we would have if we didn't, I wondered, did we lose to Australia on purpose? Because then we would have played Fiji in the semifinals, which would have been.
I don't think we lost on purpose.
And then, but anyway, then we beat Argentina, Fiji beat Australia, and then we met in the final. And what a final. The defense.
So close.
The defense from the Blitzboks was the highlight of that game because. Yeah, we scored the 2 tries. We didn't convert either of them. Fiji scored a converted try, but it was the defense that made that game so spectacular. What a good game. Yes, Blitzboks take the regular season. And now there's the way I think I understand it is the top 4 teams from 7s 2 will join the top 8. We'll make it the final week will be 12 teams in the final 3 weeks that will play off for the next 8 spots to go through for next season's top 8.
Yeah.
What I did find out from one of the commentators, though, is because South Africa won the regular season, they're immune to being knocked out in the final 3 weeks. So basically, even if the Boks don't win a game in the next 3 competitions, they're still going to be in the top 8 for next season.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it's fair. You earned it. You can't be the regular season champion and then not be there next year.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah, I guess so.
So if you're interested, the top 4 teams, so this would be from... We're going to have to wait and see. It's not updated on their website. To see
what are you looking for? How many points they have?
I want to see who the top 4 teams are coming from 7s 2 into the championship.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I can see on Super Sports website they've got the top 4, but not the not number 2.
See here what they got. What you got, Uncle? Sevens.
I got the picture of old Pollard.
Yes, show us the pain.
How do I...
Share your screen, I guess. What do I know? Jesus.
That is brutal.
Oh, it hurts just looking at it.
Yeah, not fun. Would
No.
not recommend. Official rating 1 star.
Yeah, that is I like that comment. Luckily this man's already had his kids.
I like that one.
And you know what? You know what I think is wild about it, right? The timing is wrong. It's not as if he was like, let me get underneath his leg as he kicks and tackle him in his that wasn't
Yeah,
the plan. It was just extremely unlucky.
and yeah, got a yellow card for it, and because Pollard was down, and rightfully so.
I mean, how do you come back from that? What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
That's right.
but like that was worse than when old mates said Eben grabbed my cock.
Yes.
Or was it Eben? Who was it?
No, it was
Eben.
uh Chrobala, the hooker.
Yeah, like that's worse than
Yeah, at least this one there's
yeah.
video evidence of it. The other one was, I said he did it, but I can't
Allegation.
guarantee he did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a rough one. Even just looking at it again is wild.
yeah,
Um, oh, I actually had something for you. Last week we spoke about getting rid of scrums, and it pissed me off. I don't know if you remember. I got a little heated during the
yeah.
during the episode. I was looking at something, watching sevens, right? There is this.
How bad the field was in the finals when it was just being ripped up.
It looks like it got bombed. That's what was in the US.
It did look like it was rough. I don't know what they.
Um,
It's like they're playing on Play-Doh. Sorry,
or in Fiji.
Fiji's better, but yeah,
Okay, so the whole argument around scrums is that they're too slow and it takes up too much time away from ball in play. Am I correct in saying that?
yeah,
Okay. Now, if you watch sevens, it's non-stop action, right? Because there's more space on the field, there's less defenders, and also those oaks are, well, men and women, because the women's sevens as well. They're incredibly athletic, incredibly fast, incredibly strong, all of the adjectives. But there are more people watching international rugby union games than there are people watching international sevens. But if you watch sevens in your 7 minute half, the ball is in play for 85% of the half. If the argument is you need more seconds of ball in play versus not having the ball in play, would that not then mean, if you use that metric, that there should be this global audience for rugby sevens? Because it's non-stop action. There's tries for days. There's flair for days. But there isn't the same number of viewers watching sevens than there is watching a regular international rugby game, right? Does that mean that it's not necessarily the most important metric to have ball in play versus how well balanced rugby union is, and that there's all of these different moments of competition that exists in rugby union that makes it as exciting as it is that we have such a large global audience?
I hate it when you make sense because I can't even argue with anything you said there.
Because if you
You
then
raised a
look
bunch
at
of
it,
good points.
if you look at it that way, maybe they should stop trying to get rid of scrums and find ways to make the existing levels of competition and moments of competition in the sport more exciting for people to watch, because it's
Well,
it's
for
about the
one,
balance.
yeah, no, 100%. What actually you re-jogged my brain here. In the scrums, I, I like the scrums and everything. I hate that the scrummies and stuff send it straight back to their side. It
Yes,
should go straight down the
right
middle
down the middle,
and
exactly.
build that competition, like what you're saying there. does my head in. It's happened. Every single team does it now. It's so dumb. So no, there's almost no point of having it anymore.
Well,
I'll
so
say that.
I ref this weekend, under 14s game, and one team had a significantly more dominant scrum. It was so bad that even when the scrum half was putting it into the lock's foot, they would just drive them over and steal the ball anyway. Um, so there is a way around that. It's just to be significantly stronger than the other side. But I agree with what you're saying, because if you look at a line out, the ball has to be thrown down the middle, or you give them the benefit of the doubt, they get the inside shoulder of your team. But that makes it a fair contest. If you can time your jump and know where and when to jump, you can steal the ball from the opposition.
Yeah.
You should have a fair contest in the scrum for it as well. But now,
I remember at one stage they fixed it and there was no throwing it sideways, and that's
it's up
kind
to the
of just
referee to
disappeared.
just implement the law, because the law exists. It's not as if the law says you can put the ball in by the eighth man's foot, because at this point, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah,
So it's up to the referee to implement it. The rule exists. It's just whether or not they ref it harshly. Um, but
partially. It's just
I don't know. Like I said, I watched sevens this weekend. I love watching sevens. I think it's super cool to
yeah,
watch. Your team play 3 times on a day. You get to start early, end late. Like it's really cool, but it doesn't have the same viewership, and there's always ball in play, and that just got me thinking. Maybe that's not the most important metric.
yeah. It is, but it's difficult to compare because they are such different games, though. But I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and it's annoying.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's all they're focused on is scrum, 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 scrum. And last week I spoke about how much time kicks take out of the game. I'm not
yeah,
saying we should get rid of kicks. I'm just saying that if you're trying to get rid of something in rugby, maybe consider that everything that encompasses rugby union is what makes it special. Switching out scrums for mauls, for example, is a dumb idea, because it gets
yes,
rid of one of the things that make rugby union rugby union. And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse when I say this, because I say it so many times. There is a sport that exists that doesn't have scrums, that looks very similar to rugby union, that doesn't have the positions for big boys like props. It's so much so that there's 13 players per team for the sport that already exists, that looks like rugby union, that doesn't have
yeah.
props because they don't have scrums. And that's rugby league. So if you don't want
It
scrums,
is. Yeah,
then go watch rugby league, or take the Oaks who were at the summit in London from Australia and New Zealand. Tell them to go coach the rugby league sides, because that sounds like what they want.
yeah.
And I
I still, it blows my mind that, especially for Phil Wall, who had been in scrums all his life, is saying get rid of it.
so
It's actually disappointing.
it is, because there's always I hate talking about this. There's always this conspiracy that World Rugby is out to get the Springboks. The moment
It's
we get
no
good
conspiracy. It's just facts, Byron.
at this is why I don't want to talk about it. Whenever we get good at
Yeah,
one aspect in the sport, they find a way to change that rule so that we're no longer that dominant at it anymore. And that, at least in the last few years, has been the scrum. And now, instead of changing the rules of the scrum, because we're finding a way to be good at scrums, they're just like, let's just get rid of them completely. Then they
yeah,
can't get a scrum penalty anymore. And I just think that's, I don't know, like, I don't want to think that they're purposefully targeting the Springboks, but it kind of feels that way when they're going so gung ho on getting rid of just the scrum, when I think there are other components of rugby that are removing ball in playtime.
yeah.
And again, after my little weird comparison, maybe not the most important metric to be looking at.
It'll actually be interesting. I'm going to do homework for next week's pod. I want to see what the metrics. See if I can find them. What the metrics are that they're trying to hit. Like, is it, like you said, ball in play? Is it number of scrums? Is it number of penalties? What is it? I want to try to see if I can find
So
what it is.
my understanding is they say that you a knock on is called, and then from the time the knock on is called, from getting the scrum set up, having the scrum, having a win of the scrum, and then the game to continue, they say that's taking too long. But you can make that same argument for a line out, because if you watch modern rugby today, there a line out happens, and then the team has a full board meeting where they have a
But they are cracking down on it though. I must say, like that, it used to be horrible,
yeah, but the
and the
ref will go,
Springboks
come
were
guys,
a
hurry up,
problem
let's
with
get the
it.
line out ready, and then they walk on over. I mean, when we were playing at high school level, if we didn't jog to the line out, the coach would make us run laps the next day.
Yeah,
So again, there are other areas of the game. 90 seconds for a penalty. I'll give that one as an example.
yeah.
There are other parts of the game to look at if you care so much about time in play or ball in play or whatever they're calling it. There are other places to do it. Getting rid of a
You
quintessential part.
struggling tonight, eh?
Huh?
You struggling with words.
I'm struggling today. It's such a quintessential part of rugby as a whole. To talk about getting rid of it when there's a sport that already doesn't have it, that's the part that blows my mind. And also,
I know.
why are you and I talking about it? Why isn't it not a bigger conversation for rugby as a whole?
I don't know. This is all good questions.
You would think I know what I'm talking about, the way I'm going
I know,
on.
but and we've literally spoken about this for the last four pods, five, maybe even more.
Maybe even more.
It's it's just because it's such a problem. Yeah, they're making so many changes to the game that are just unnecessary. And
And I think again, I'm repeating myself, but I think all of the changes that have led to player safety, I think that's fantastic. All the
yeah,
changes that have led to a faster game, fantastic. I think that people are scoring more tries now more than ever. I mean, the 50-22 is such a fantastic attacking weapon now that didn't exist before. Um,
yeah, but even that they've changed now. The new rule is that you can take it back and then
yeah, see that I don't like as much, but I get
it's
it. I'm not gonna
stupid.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
sit and fight about that one, but I will fight about the scrum because it plays two major roles in rugby. One, it it is something that we speak about all the time. It allows everyone to play rugby. Because if you're short, tall, skinny, fat, strong, weak, doesn't matter, there is a position for you on the rugby field. If you get rid of scrums, then everyone just has to be a big back or a tall back, because that's all that you need, and a fast back. That's it. That's all you need.
yeah.
Big, tall, strong, fast guys. And they're already playing rugby league, but apparently they want rugby league version 2 instead of rugby union.
But you don't understand. It's, everyone goes on about our league players are. Um, I mean, rugby league's better. Everyone's bigger. You don't ever see anybody wanting to go over to league. We always seem to take people and bring them over from league into union.
It's this crazy thing where you've got the two sports, one of them's better than the other, and you can just use the viewership to tell you who wins. And for
Yeah,
what
let me find those numbers again.
it
Hang on.
was, oh, you had it up. It was 400. No, there was a 4 and a 1.
You're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck
Just
it up.
I'll.
I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
Yeah, but it's yeah, it's a constant thing. And on TikTok, there's constantly brawls in the comment section about Union
Versus league.
versus League
And
all the time.
I don't think it should be which one's better than the other. I think if you
No,
enjoy
they're different sports.
exactly,
Similar.
it's like people boxing and MMA, right?
Yeah.
You have your own preference. There are diehard boxing fans out there that can't stand MMA. And then you've got your jiu-jitsu guys who love MMA, or your wrestlers love MMA, can't stand watching boxing. They're both combat sports, but they're different sports for different reasons. Just like rugby league and rugby union are both games of rugby, but it's not the same sport. So, like, if you prefer one over the other, fantastic for you. But our argument here isn't which one's better. I mean, you know which one I prefer, it's union. But the argument
Yeah.
is, why are they trying to turn rugby union into rugby league? Is it just because the Springboks are good at scrums? Because if that's the case, that is even worse than what they're currently doing.
I was gonna say then, yeah,
They're trying to change the whole sport because we figured out scrums. That would be insane. But at this point, I just can't think of another reason.
yeah. I got those numbers here.
Hit me.
Okay, let's have a look. I've broken them. It's broken it all down for us. So, just global audience, rugby league. There's about 30 to 50 million fans worldwide.
Well, I don't know how you
Rugby
would
union,
find that number, but whatever they say.
rugby union, 800 million. Let's look at union versus league. So the NRL grand final is, and this is a bit tough because there's so many different leagues for union, but NRL grand final is about 3 to 4 million watching that. Super Rugby, there's 1 to 3 million globally. Top 14 is 4 to 5 million, and then the English Prem is 1 to 2 million. So combined, even on the short end, we're at 6 million to 10 million.
And then is there something that compares international league versus international union?
Yep. So Rugby League World Cup, there is 30 to 40 million cumulative viewers. For the Rugby World Cup, 857 million in 180 plus territories. So a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah, almost 11 times.
Yeah, and which one has scrums and which one doesn't? I'm not saying scrums is what's bringing the views, but my argument is that the combination of contests in rugby union makes it exciting to watch because there are running games. There's sevens, there's league. That involves a lot more running, I would say, than what you see in union. However, union still has more viewers. And my argument is it's because of the combination of places to compete for the ball and how the sport has all these different dynamics and strategic moments in set pieces that doesn't exist in the other games. And I don't know why they're trying to change it.
I think I know what we have to do, Byron. We have to get South Africa into league, and we just have to go in and absolutely dominate and just take over rugby as a whole. Sevens, union, league, whatever they want to do, touch, flag, do it all, and then no one can complain anymore. Maybe that's what we have to do. We just have to get I think our league team's called the Rhinos.
And I was about to say, we do have a horrible name for our league side, though. Maybe that's why we don't want to make it big, because we don't want to embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, no one wants to be like, oh, I'll play for the Rhinos.
Yeah, I'm a big, the South African Rhinos, bro. Fucking.
Yeah. But maybe that's what we have to do. Let's send Rusty there for 2-3 years.
Let him watch the game, understand the game, and then let us go win a League World Cup. And then.
Yeah.
And then what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why
we just solved rugby, Byron. We fixed rugby.
Did we fix it or did we make it worse?
No, we fixed it.
Because if the conspiracy is true and it is World Rugby out to get us, which I truly, for me, would be beyond ridiculous. That's why I don't like entertaining the theory. But if it were to be true, then yes, that's what we do. We win the next league rugby tournament.
And, I don't even know what it is.
And then you don't even know what it is because no one cares.
When is it? Is it on a 4-year cycle? I generally don't know. It's next year.
Okay, we won't win the next one.
Rusty won one. 18 months to go.
Is it a 4-year cycle?
I have no idea. It's in Australia too. What the hell? How shit is this? Sorry, I'm busy looking at the cities. They don't have Melbourne in here. Crazy.
It's almost as if it's not popular enough.
You make a good point. One of the places that they've got, it's in Papua New Guinea too.
Okay. Question for you. Did they get, what's that big stadium?
The MCG.
Yeah.
No, Melbourne's not even on the card.
So,
Melbourne's not even a
let's,
city, a hosting city.
I don't know why we're
They've got
still.
Townsville.
Yes, of course. That's going to that makes all of the difference.
Who's in here?
I'm
actually interested now.
I don't understand why we're the ones fighting for this. When I'm the smartest person in the room, there's a problem with the room.
Lebanon is in there. Do you want to hear the teams?
Please, let's hear it.
I'll bring it up, actually. We can go through it together.
I'm excited.
I'll share this bit.
Did the Rhinos
It's
qualify?
a long pod, but I don't know. I haven't been through the whole thing yet. We're doing this together.
We're doing it together. Ooh, okay. Men's World Cup draw matches.
So we've got. See, look at this.
So I was going to say, this one can open with Australia versus New Zealand.
But, fuck me. Okay.
Okay, so actually,
League,
I'm gonna watch the league. All of a sudden has the better World Cup.
Samoa, France, Papua New Guinea, Lebanon, England. I didn't even know England had a team. Tonga, Cook Islands, Fiji.
That's it. That's all of them. Samoa, France.
That's it. That's literally all their
But
teams.
Scroll back to the top. Go to the pools.
Sorry, this makes.
Yeah, this is wild. Hold on, what does that say? The top two teams from a combined table of B and C will progress to the semi-finals. That's harsh.
Wheelchair. Hang on. What's
Stop it.
That's wild. I've never knew that was a thing.
Let's see the women's team.
We'll send the Rhinos over there too. We'll dominate that too.
Let's see the women's pools. Australia, England, Samoa, Wales, Fiji, France, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea.
See, 8 teams is wild.
Yeah.
In the whole thing.
Yeah. So, for those still arguing...
There's 10 teams. There's 10 countries that decided, let's go to a World Cup. And this is the game that they're trying to...
Yes, this is what the union people are pushing for. Is to have this competition instead.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's it. There's nothing more to say. It shouldn't even be a conversation anymore.
But props to them for making this the first game.
Well, they had to do something.
In Sydney. It's
as if they know it's important to have the first game as a big game.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we solved the conundrum. I don't think there should be any more conversation around getting rid of the scrum. Because we've got the stats and the next World Cup to show that one is doing better than the other.
Yeah, in every way, shape, or form. Actually, almost every way, shape, or form. The only thing that's better in league is
the opening game
match.
Yeah,
the people that set up the matches actually know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're like, we need to put out the best possible game, probably the only game worth watching. But you know what? Let's be fair. When is that World Cup? It's this year. When is it?
It is October.
Let's make an effort in October to watch the League World Cup. And then we can, but we have to go at it we have to pick 2 teams and treat it like we would treat a proper World Cup.
What team are you picking? Lebanon.
Like, I might have to. What are the...
Yeah.
Is it possible to get Rugby League World Rankings? I'm assuming the teams in the top 4...
10 teams.
Are the only ones worth watching. I don't know what this means, but it says Australia 100%. They're number 1 at 100%, and New Zealand are number 2 at 82%. Is that win ratio?
Fine, I don't know. I've never watched a full game of league in my life.
Well, why? Okay, hold on. How did
League's broken us?
How did Lebanon qualify if they're 20th and they took 10 teams?
Because nobody else wants to play league.
I'll read the top 10 for you in league. You got Australia, New Zealand, England, Samoa, Tonga, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, France, Cook Islands, Serbia, Netherlands, Ukraine, Wales, Ireland, Greece, Malta, Italy, Jamaica, Poland, Lebanon, Norway, USA, Germany, Czech Republic, Chile. That's the top 25. I'm going to keep going.
So we're not even in there.
Philippines, 26. Scotland, 27. 28, South Africa.
Yes, that's okay.
But besides everything that's going on, I want to go find out how Lebanon made it to this World Cup, and Serbia or Netherlands, Ukraine, none of them made it.
It's
Malta at 16.
with all 7 people that they have.
Jesus. North
All
Macedonia.
13 people in Malta.
32nd. Man, oh man. Who's at the bottom of these rankings? I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm assuming it's one of the Pacific Islands. IUE? Niue? I feel stupid.
New in case.
Anyway, they've got 0%. So I mean, if that's win ratio, then from 41 all the way to 57 all have a 0%. So
You should just make them play against each other.
that's all I have to say on the topic. That's crazy to me. All right.
Yeah, I understand. I'm looking at the thing too. It doesn't make any sense percent.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've looked at it. I don't know why this is ongoing. So if anyone out there is still arguing that scrums don't have a place in union, please go support Rugby League because it appears as if they need it.
We went from shitting on them to begging.
Yeah, I think
Helping.
what they need is more eyes on their sport, because they need it, and I think it is clear that rugby union needs to remain rugby union, and they can leave the scrums alone. That's it.
We cut the cuck.
Cut the
We
cut.
shit on league.
We got sidetracked again. I didn't even intend to shit on league. It's
No.
Also, what's kind of funny is that the 2 countries pushing to get rid of scrums are Australia and New Zealand, and they're also the 2 best at league.
Everyone else kind of sucks at league. If I'm looking at that, whatever that percentage.
Well, yeah, whatever the percentage
I'm
means,
assuming.
it just drops
It
off.
goes.
Yeah,
Yeah, from number 3, it's basically 50-50
Exactly.
and down.
So basically, you and I need to pick. From this, if you pick Australia, you're good. You can pick New Zealand if you want to be a competitor, or you pick England, and then after that, you don't stand a chance.
I'm not
So
choosing England.
I think you and I should do a toss between
Coin toss.
Coin
Yeah,
toss?
a coin.
between Australia and New Zealand. It would come
I'll just take
October.
New Zealand. Done. Easy.
Australia. Okay, I'll take Australia. You take New Zealand. We'll wait till October. We'll give this thing a proper go.
Oh, I wonder if there's any other games.
Leading up to it, there's got to be matches.
15th of October. Is this just.
That's it. You don't even get to practice. It's you show up for the competition and then you go back to play for your club, and we'll chat to you again in 4 years.
This is fucking diabolical.
Is the
Oh,
So the Women's World Cup is at the same time as the Men's World Cup? Yes. I'm looking at the fixtures now.
that's pretty cool though.
That is, except men's game, women's. Friday, so Saturday you got the women's at 12. Yeah, it's going all on at the same time. The men's game and the
Like
women's
double
game.
headers.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. It's also because they have 10 teams.
Well, yeah,
You can.
you've got enough hours in a day. All right, I think we solved the debate,
Oh,
and I think
bit of a joke.
I hope someone looks at our podcast when they are trying to decide if it's a good idea or a bad idea to get rid of scrums, because I think we solved it unexpectedly.
Yeah.
2 idiots
Just talking cuck.
and solved.
I just blowing my. I thought that it was a mistake and that there had to be some sort of other games before. There's not. There's not a single game.
It's almost as if the
People.
sport itself is not entertaining enough, even though it's got ball in play all of the fucking time. So maybe there are more important other metrics to consider. than just ball in play.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to clip it, but clip it and post it because we got to solve this.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Well, it's been an hour and a half
Yeah.
of us
The
just talking.
episodes are getting longer and longer, which is weird.
I know.
We did it. We cut the cuck.
We do. We
Um,
cut the cut, fixed rugby.
yeah. Please
See you next
subscribe
week.
on YouTube. It would be nice. We need 1,000 subscribers. Everybody. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, share with your aunt.
And then go watch League.
Well, there's nothing for them to watch until October, Chad. So let's just hold
Yeah,
on.
just watch our videos until October.
Where we will give a completely unbiased opinion on how the World Cup's going. Yeah? Cool. Thanks for watching Cut the Cuck. See ya.